Hello, good morning dear students. Again welcome back to our lesson that is materials, metals and the non-metals. Okay, so yesterday's session we have talked about the physical properties of the metals. What is mean by physical properties that I shall let you know. I had let you know yesterday itself. Okay, so today we are going to talk about some chemical properties of metals and the non-metals. But student, again the question is arises, what is meant by chemical properties? The chemical properties of metals as well as of non-metals means how these metals and non-metals are behaving with the other element, other compound in which they are surrounding. I hope it is clear for you. Chemical property means the properties of the metals and the non-metals, or how the metals and the non-metals are behaving with the other elements and with the other compounds in which they are present. Okay. Now, these metals and the non-metals, where they are present? They are present, or these metals and non-metals are surrounded by what? Oxygen, right? Oxygen is everywhere. As well as with these are surrounded by the water or by the acid. So in today's class we are going to talk about the chemical properties of the metals and the non-metals. Means how does these metals and non-metals are behaving with oxygen, with water and with the acid. All points are not going to be completed in this one lesson because it will take too much time, because still some minute points are there that should be completed every time, so that I don't think that all the properties, chemical properties of the metals and non-metals will be finished in the one lesson. It will take some time. Okay, but before moving ahead, how does it behave, or according to the reactivity series it behaves. So what is mean by reactivity series, students? So first today we will learn in today's session about the reactivity series of the metal. So what is meant by reactivity series? The reactivity series is the list of the metal arranged in the order of their decreasing activity. Understood? So this is the proper definition for the reactivity series. Listen again. The reactivity series is the list of the metal arranged in the decreasing activity of the metal. Okay, so this is the definition for the reactivity series. You can write definition somewhere. Okay, or you are preparing notes also, as I said you. So you are writing them, no problem. So once again I would like to repeat the definition for the reactivity series is, the reactivity series is the list of the metal according to the decreasing activity of the metals. Understood? So this is the definition for the reactivity series. Now we will study about the reactivity series. And to study the reactivity series, I have to write the list of the metal according to the decreasing activity. So what might be the first metal? This is the reactivity series. Madam, what you have written? You may ask this question. But to learn the reactivity series is very important before going ahead for the chemical properties of metals and the non-metals. Understood? So this is the reactivity series of specifically metal. And now very soon I am going to add few non-metals also. Now you may ask me, ki this is the series of the metal. Then madam, why you are adding some non-metals also here? I am going to add two important non-metals which are behaving like a metal also, and their activity is important to learn the properties, chemical properties of the metals and the non-metals. and so that these two elements or two nonmetals I am going to add in the series, reactivity series of the metal. Which are those? Those metals are carbon and the hydrogen, because hydrogen is not only behaving, hydrogen is actually written into the alkali metal itself. Alkali metal is the first group element, okay. It is behaving like both metals and the non-metals, but hydrogen is the electron donor. Hydrogen has atomic number 1, hydrogen donating its 1 electron and having a positive charge on it. So specifically hydrogen is kept into the metal series, okay. And why carbon has kept into the metal series? So the element which are above the carbon are most active than the carbon, and the element which are below than the carbon are less active than the carbon, okay. And for the same rule is applicable for hydrogen also. So where I am going to keep this carbon and hydrogen over here, that I shall let you know, okay. I shall keep the carbon and hydrogen here. After aluminium there will be carbon. Okay, you can see here, after aluminium there will be carbon. If it is not visible for you, I will write it again, aluminium and then carbon. Okay, and where hydrogen I am going to write? Hydrogen I am going to write before, after H and before Hg. Sorry, CuHg. Okay, so this is the reactivity series, and in which this carbon and hydrogen I have added. Understood? Now we will see, this is potassium, right, which is denoted, you may say this is potassium, then why it is written as a K? So K is its Latin name, okay. Its Latin name is what? Kalium, right? So this is what? Potassium. This is what? Potassium. This is natrium, means what? Sodium. Third, calcium, magnesium, next aluminium, then carbon, then zinc, then iron, then Pb, means phlebum, lead, then hydrogen, then copper, then mercury, then silver, and then gold. Aurium, argentinum, copper, hydrogen, lead, ferrous means iron, zinc, carbon, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, sodium and potassium. There is, by its mnemonics in Hindi, I will have one line, and that line will help you to remember this whole reactivity series of the metal only. Carbon and hydrogen is not involved with that. And I have one trick. Through that one line, it will be easier for you student to remember the all series, reactivity series of the metal. What is that line? I will write here. कह दो ना कार मिलेगी ऑल्टो ज़ेन फरारी पब्लिक क्यूरियस होगी सिल्वर ऑडी. See students, by the mnemonics or by the letter of it, it will be easier for all of you to keep in mind the reactivity series of the metal. By this line it will be easier for you. Suppose I would say कह दो ना कार मिलेगी ऑल्टो जेन फरारी, पब्लिक क्यूरियस होगी सिल्वर ऑडी. कह दो means K will resemble as a potassium, ना सोडियम, कार कैल्शियम, मिलेगी Mg मैग्नीशियम, ऑल्टो Al एल्युमिनियम, जेन जिंक Zn, फरारी आयरन Fe, public Pb, P and B, H I said you carbon and hydrogen there is no mnemonics. This is added for to understand the reactivity series. Cuprous curious Cu होगी, public curious होगी means HOG and silver Odi. Silver is what? Ag and Odi is what? Orium. So I hope the reactivity series is understood to you, all of you. I hope. If you have any doubt, you may ask me. Okay? During the PS period, you may ask me, Madam, we did not understand reactivity series. Please repeat it again. I am ready to repeat it again. But by the mnemonics, by the first letter, it will be easier for you to understand the reactivity series. First, you must understand the reactivity series. Then I shall explain you the use of the reactivity series while explaining or while doing the chemical properties of metals and the non-metals also. Understood? So, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, means palladium, then copper, then mercury, silver and orium. Understood? That can be keep in mind by this line. That is what? कह दो ना कार मिलेगी ऑल्टो जेन फरारी, पब्लिक क्यूरियस होगी सिल्वर ऑडी. By this line it will be really very easy for you. Now how to keep in mind the reactivity series that I said you. Now what is the use of it? Why, madam, you are back of us to understand and to let you know about the reactivity series. The reactivity series is too much important because, students, the metals which are at the top of the reactivity series are very much reactive metals. Then which metals into the reactivity series are at the top of the reactivity series? That is potassium and sodium. These two metals are too much reactive. Means without any medium at room temperature, they can catch fire. That much they are reactive with the oxygen, because in the atmosphere oxygen is abundant. So potassium and sodium is a highly reactive metal. It's a highly reactive metal which can cut with the knife. Yesterday I said you into the physical properties. So potassium and sodium are highly reactive metals with the oxygen. They are reacting with the oxygen and forming its oxide, and because of that potassium and sodium is always being kept into the kerosene. Understood? Because kerosene breaks the contact between the oxygen and this alkali metal, and because of that they are always being kept into the kerosene. Understood? Potassium and sodium specifically highly reactive in nature. Not only with the oxygen, with water and with acid also they are highly reactive. Without any medium they can catch fire because their ignition temperature is very, very low. Understood, students? So the metals which are highly reactive are always being kept at the top of the reactivity series. Understood? What about the calcium, magnesium and aluminium? Calcium, magnesium, aluminium are also reacting with the atmospheric oxygen and forming their oxides. But these metals are not highly reactive, means they need some energy to burn them, right? And the burning of metal in presence of oxygen or burning any substance in presence of oxygen, we have given a proper term for it. The term is what? Combustion, right? So we can say the metal has oxidized also. The combustion of the metal also can be said. While some metals means we have to supply some energy. burning is necessary to react with them. After it, if we will talk about then ferrous, lead and copper. So here students, calcium, magnesium, aluminium and zinc are very less reactive, means not much less reactive. They are reacting with the oxygen. They are reacting with the oxygen, but not vigorously like sodium and potassium. It will take little time. Immediately we see the results into the potassium and sodium, but they are not vigorously react with the atmospheric oxygen, and they are reacting with the oxygen, means without any energy they are reacting with the oxygen. That is called as what? Oxidation. Okay, and when we try to burn them in presence of oxygen, the term is what? Combustion. Understood? So oxidation, combustion term, please keep in mind, and I shall let you know also, don't worry about it. Then what about the ferrous? Ferrous means what? Iron. What about the iron? How does it react? Iron, if you will try to burn, right? Iron, if you will try to burn in presence of oxygen, then it takes a lot of time to burn. Iron itself does not burn in presence of oxygen. Iron do not burn in presence of oxygen. So to burn it takes a lot time to burn. Understood? So to burn it, if iron, if you will convert into the filings. Filing means what? Crush. We are knowing the grated coconut. So if we grate the iron, then whatever filings we will get, that is called as what? Iron filings. Iron filings are vigorously reactive in presence of heat. Means the combustion of the iron filings is taking place with the help of oxygen. Means combustion of iron can be taking place vigorously. Okay, but we have to supply some energy for it. Then what about the copper? The copper surface is getting blackened from the outside if it comes in contact with oxygen, or the combustion of the copper would take place. Please keep in mind, student. Copper's surface is being black, that is called as what? Copper oxide. This copper oxide is black in color. If we burn it in presence of oxygen, then also it will turn black, or for a long time if we will keep it open, then also its surface is being black, and that is called copper oxide. Okay. Then Hg, mercury. Mercury is less reactive. Mercury is also less reactive. It will form a oxide, mercuric oxide of it. But if you will talk about silver, means argentinum and aurium, and platinum is also there, student. Platinum, Pt, right? So the metals which are at the bottom of the reactivity series are absolutely inactive, right? They are not active at all. They don't have any concern for the oxygen. Not only for the oxygen, they don't have concern for the water as well as acid too. Please keep in mind, these elements are reacting with acid. But these elements like silver, aurium, means gold, and the platinum do not react with acids also, because these are at the bottom of the reactivity series. These are the least reactive element or the least reactive metal. So our reactivity series is bifurcated into three groups. Topmost reactive element, topmost reactive metal, moderately reactive metal, and least reactive metal. Least reactive metal do not react with oxygen and form their oxides. But the metals which are at the above the hydrogen and below the below the sodium are the moderately reactive elements. Means these elements are the moderately reactive. Moderate. These are highly reactive. Highly reactive. And these are least reactive. Least reactive metal. Understood, students? This is all about reactivity series. In the reactivity series, the metals which are at the top of the reactivity series are highly reactive. Without any medium, they can catch fire. Immediately they can catch fire. And to avoid this accident, the sodium and potassium is always been kept into the kerosene. Understood? Because kerosene breaks the contact between the metal and the oxygen. It can catch fire and can cause accident. Serious accident it can cause. So always it is being kept into the kerosene into the laboratory, because we need for various chemical activity, we need of potassium and sodium, but it is always been kept into the kerosene. Please keep in mind, because this question asks every time. After it, calcium, magnesium, aluminium and zinc as well as our iron are moderately reactive elements. Means not vigorously or not least reactive, moderately, medium. Okay, means for long time if we will keep them open into the air, then from the air with the oxygen they will react and will form an oxide. Understood? Oxidation process is going to be takes place. And if we try to burn them, means if we will try to follow the process of combustion, then also they will form an oxides. Understood? So these are the moderately reactive metals. And what about the metals which are at the bottom of the reactivity series? These metals are absolutely unreactive, means these are absolutely inactive. These metals are called as what? Precious or noble metals, because they don't have any concern with the oxygen. Oxygen with the oxygen they do not react at all, and because of that they are called as precious, because oxidation is actually a destructive term. Very soon I shall explain you. Oxidation means only called as a corrosion, and corrosion is actually a destructive method. Because of the corrosion, a huge buildings, car bodies as well as bridges are in danger, because it's a destructive process. This corrosion is caused due to the oxygen, water and some acids, and it's a destructive process. So to prevent corrosion, various techniques are followed. When the topic of the corrosion would come, I shall explain you. But these metals do not corrode at all. Understood, students? So these are called as the noble metals or the precious metals. So according to the chemistry, these metals are inactive or are of no use. But in our day-to-day life, we give importance because of this property only, because it do not react, and so that it is possible for us to wear the gold ornaments on a daily basis. I hope you understand the concept of the reactivity series. The reactivity series concept you should know, because based on the reactivity series you are going to learn about the chemical properties of the metals and the non-metals. Here one point I say you, the non-metal carbon is included in that. The carbon and the hydrogen are actually non-metal. Hydrogen I have put into the metal because hydrogen is the electropositive in nature. It donates its one electron and having a positive charge. Always it is very eager to donate its one electron. And because of that, hydrogen is kept into the metal cells. And why I have kept a carbon? Because there are certain elements, some elements which are above the carbon, the carbon can react with them, and the metals which are below the carbon cannot react with them. And the same law is applicable for hydrogen also. The elements, the metals which are above the hydrogen, are react, but the metals which are below the hydrogen cannot react with it. This will help you to study why metal reacts with acid and metal reacts with the oxygen. So I hope the concept of the reactivity series is clear for you. And student, if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Thank you so much.